This question is from Somali brother.
From?
Somali brother.
Somali brother, yes.
So
You have started preaching to them?
Yes.
Good. And when will you be ready to go to Germany?
We applied for passport.
Good.
So he says, if the belief that Hazrat Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salam has passed away is correct, then why debates regarding this belief between Muslim scholars are not recorded in the Muslim literature as it is today after the advent of the Prophet Messiah alayhi salatu wasalam?
Which of these?
He says, if the belief that Hazrat Isa ibn Maryam has passed away is correct, then why we couldn't find debates recorded in the Muslim literature?
Any trace of it in the Muslim literature?
About the
trace.
As it is today after the advent of the Prophet Messiah.
Do you find any trace in the Muslim literature at the time of Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam which hints at Jesus being lifted to heaven? Any trace? So count that trace against the modern lack of trace. That lack of trace is heavier and much more authentic than this lack of trace. Anyone who has never ascended, how can he descend? How could you find the trace of such a person's ascent in the modern literature, and the lack of his descent in the modern how can you find the lack of reference to his death here on earth in the modern literature, whose death is declared positively and clearly by the Holy Quran, about whose ascent there is not the slimmest evidence in the Hadith? So the matter should have been closed there. The reference to the medieval scholars does not arise. You understand? Again, it is absolutely wrong to say that there is no trace. There are many great Muslim scholars of very high status who have definitely said clearly before Ahmadiyyat began that Jesus is dead. There is no question of his coming again. They have said somebody in his name may come, but not he, because he has returned to his God, not with his jasad, but with his ruh. Of that we have literature with references. So if your Somali brother wants this literature, we can ask Imam Sahib, he can provide you with this. It's a very clear reference by many great scholars like Hazrat Ibn Arabi, like many others, I don't even remember, Ibn al-Wardi for instance. They have positively said that Jesus did not ascend bodily to heaven, and the person who is prophesied to come would be in his name, under his title, in his spiritual character, but will be born in Ummat Muslimah. So that reference is there. Why this gentleman doesn't know it? Because the ulama are sitting over these references. They let not anybody snatch a paper from underneath. Even in the Quran there is mention of such ulama who could keep their hand on one verse of the Bible or the other. Now their hand is too small, evidence is too large. They have to sit like this over there. But we'll give you that reference, inshallah.